nobody ever give a handout. For this dress, talking grams out. Cut him off, hit the hand out.
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is. It's yours truly, Tate Wiz, of course, coming live and direct for the Man Cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to the YouTube channel or my Twitter page, please feel free to do so now and hit that bell and that bird at TAE_WIGGS. You know I keep you in tune with the latest information going around the league. First and foremost, we had 3 games on last night in this NBA opening week. The first game was the Chicago Bulls visiting the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers went away with this game as winning its score was 127-108. The Bulls lost another season opener. Ben Simmons had 13 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. Zach LaVine, 30 points, 5 rebounds. The one thing I'm going to take away from this game is watching the game, Markelle Fultz still doesn't trust his shooting capabilities from 15 feet and beyond. He had a whole season off in the summer workout to get his stuff together. Maybe it's a mental thing, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this, young fella. Trust in your craft, and everything will fall in place for you. You just gotta weather the storm. Trust that jumper, man. Just keep taking reps, man. Keep shooting reps, because you only get better with time. Like I said, Ben Simmons is another guy. How can I put this? He got great attributes, but the one attribute that he is lacking on the floor is shooting a jumper. He's scared to shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, man. You got 2 guys on the team that lacks confidence of shooting a jumper. Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons. We know Ben Simmons can get anywhere that he wants on the floor, but you got to prove everybody else wrong that you can shoot a jumper, because playoff time come. Who only person that can shoot a jumper outside of your team besides Dario? Even Joel Embiid can shoot the jumper. JJ Redick, Robert Covington. You can keep going. Wilson Chandler once he come back. You got other guys that can shoot jumpers. But until those 2 guys, Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons, to find some way to shoot that rock and be confident in their jumper, trust me, I know. Because I'm a shooter. If you tell me don't shoot, I'm going to shoot. You got to take these reps every day in practice. You only get better. The 76ers, the one thing I'm going to say about them, Chicago, if they had like another legit star or another scorer, I think they could have beat the Sixers last night. Because going back and forth watching them and the Wizards play, the Bulls is making a run. They just went cold in the third quarter. They just went cold. If they had somebody like a Jimmy Butler still there that would get them over the hump, they probably would have won this game. They fall. They 0-1. Jabari Parker, I need to see more from you, big guy. The Miami Heat and the Washington Wizards game was a little chippy last night. John Wall getting into it with Jones Jr. The things I'm going to say about this game, we know the Miami Heat won this. Kelly Olynyk with the game winner tip in. Somebody you got to box out. Fundamental key, box out on the bigs. The one thing I'm going to say about this game, John Wall, he's one of the point guards I like to watch that handles the rock. But one thing, the knock on John Wall is, when I was watching him last night, he going to take over a lot when he don't have to. He got other scores. Pass the ball, John. You got to pass the ball. Believe in your teammates. This whole segment is called Believe in Your Teammates. And you will see why I'm saying believe in your teammates. John Wall, if his team get down by 2 and 4 points, I mean, you want your superstar to take over, but the way he's taking over, he is rushing his shots. My father always say, son, do not play like the gym room's on fire. That was meaning you panicking out there. Slow the game down. Make that team on defense play your way. You don't force yourself to play in their mode. Your mode and their mode is totally different. You got the ball on offense, John Wall. You have to control that. You got to control that. Yes, you had 26 points, 9 assists. But the whole thing, I'm looking at these 9 dimes. You was taking you're not a good 3-point shooter. So you was 1 for 6 last night. So you don't need to shoot a 3. Bradley Beal was 2 for 7 from the 3-point line, which is not good. And the crazy thing, he had 20 points. If you feed him the ball more, I'm looking at games where I'd rather have Bradley Beal to score 28 points per game and had John Wall at least scoring 22 with 11 assists. When John Wall put up them type of numbers, they win when he's in double figure in assists. He has to get his teammates involved more. Jeff Green came on the bench with 17 points. This game was real physical. This game had a playoff atmosphere to it. Maybe the Miami Heat can make a case and make the playoffs, but this Miami Heat team has to play physical every night. Every night. Because people are not talking about the Miami Heat. Only the people who live in the 305 are talking about the Miami Heat. I'm looking at where they went cold. They stopped playing defense for a minute. Miami was out there out hustling on both ends of the floor. Hands down, no ends buts about it. You have to bring it every night in the NBA. Because the night you want to take off, somebody will come on the court and bust your butt. The third game, I took really good heave to. LeBron James' debut in the Lakers uniform going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Portland Trail Blazers has won 17 straight season openers. With the win last night, pushed that win total to 18. And the reason I call this segment Trust Your Teammates, because LeBron James is in a new place with new teammates. He was telling them all the right things. When your brother fall, wait for him. Let your brother help you up. He wanted to trust his teammates. He's trying to build that camaraderie with these guys. Basically, LeBron James had 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Rondo had 13 points and 11 assists. They trying to find what they can work with. Kyle Kuzma gave them a spark off the bench with 15 points. Josh Hart gave them a spark off the bench with 20 points. Looking at all these different things, Brandon Ingram going to be a problem for a lot of these guys in the league. Long, lengthy, athletic. But the one thing that hurt the Los Angeles Lakers last night, they got to build a team chemistry right there to find out what players like to go on the floor. But the one thing that hurt the Lakers last night, in the first half, they was 0 for 12 from the three-point line. And one thing I'm going to say, LeBron James' previous teams always kept these 3 guys at most that can shoot the 3 from outside with no problem. The Lakers don't have that guy. You don't know what you're going to get from Alonzo Ball from downtown. You don't know what you're going to get from a Kyle Kuzma. Other than that, probably the best 3-point shooter on their team probably would be KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, when it's hot. But who else can you get that from? Lance Stevens, he penetrates the hole. He's going to get you some tough buckets. Outside of them, LeBron James might be the second by far. LeBron James probably is the best 3-point shooter on their team. I take that back. Then follow KCP. Other than that, you cannot lean on nobody else to shoot that outside ball. So there are going to be some games in this season where the Lakers are going to lose a game because they can't shoot the 3 ball right. They saying LeBron James make his teammates better. No, LeBron doesn't make his teammates better. Now, I'm going to say this. When you got a player like LeBron James on your team that's going to demand the ball and push the ball up the floor and do different creativity things, he opened up other areas for players to go. So if LeBron James comes to the hole most of the time, most guys are going to collapse. He can swing the ball out to you and hit the 3-pointer. I know one thing, when LeBron James played with different teammates, if you look at their previous scores, what they was averaging the season before LeBron James' arrival, then look at what they averaged with him that year they played with him, their points almost dipped down by 10 or 11 points. So when they say, how do you make your teammates better? No, he create better open opportunities for players on the offensive end to shoot the ball, because LeBron James create that much double team work, and he's going to do more because you don't know where he's going to pass the ball at. What I'm looking at here too is CJ McCollum, 21 points. Damian Lillard, 28 points. But the guy who stood up the most was another Canadian, Nick Stauskas. 24 points, 5 from 8 from the 3-point line. And they won that game last night because their owner passed away. Paul Allen, the owner of the Portland Trail Blazers, the founder of Microsoft, the Seattle Seahawks football team. This guy has deep pockets. There's no other way around it that the Portland Trail Blazers fan base is going to come out there. Their coach, Terry Scott, said, we're going to win this game for the Allen family. And this Portland Trail Blazers team has something to be reckoned with. I'm looking at Damian Lillard, the way he was playing last night. Looking at LeBron, probably tell him, man, look, you in the West. This ain't the East. This is no cakewalk. There's no cakewalk. You're going to get the business every night from a different team. This Western Conference is going to be a challenge for LeBron James. If LeBron James can make the playoffs and be at least a 5th seed, he will walk away with the game's MVP of the regular season. But first, these guys for the Los Angeles Lakers, these players have to knock down open three-pointers on a consistent level. Because when you're looking at certain things that these guys do on the floor, we know they can score, they can get to the basket. But Portland had different ways of beating them. Portland played a fast-paced basketball game. The reason, too, Portland had their team been together for at least 2.5 years. They built a chemistry. When you build that chemistry and getting almost 40 to 50 points from your backcourt, it's going to be hard to beat a team like the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers had some nice pieces. I'm looking at Alfred Camino, who took his game up another level, who dunked on JaVale McGee. This game here was playoff atmosphere too as well. Like I said, the whole thing about this is called trust your teammates. LeBron James' first points of the game was a dunk. He had 2 dunks back to back. The Los Angeles Lakers would be scary good. If they start hitting them open threes, this team can shock a lot of people. They could be consideration of coming out the West. You know who it is. Yours truly, Tay Wiz, live and direct from the Man Cave. Peace.